Broadcasting live from the east side of sunny Madison, Wisconsin, it's the last show on Earth with Nate Chappell. Tonight, Nate's giving an emergency motivational speech, so we've got guest host, wolf-out scientist Dr. Karl Soddentrauser. And now, the man who puts the psi in science, the last guest host on Earth, Dr. Karl Soddentrauser.
Yes, hello, good evening, and welcome to the most scientifically accurate show on internet television, the last show on Earth. My name is Dr. Karl Soddentrauser. I legally have to use air quotes because of an incident involving a lady, a snake, and a "is there a doctor in the house" situation that could have gone better. Don't worry, the snake is fine. As the announcer gentleman said, Nate has the night off tonight, so when he told me that he needed a guest host and he thought I was the last man for the job, I couldn't say no. Because I have a contract that's very strange with the last show on Earth that was drafted by the robotic attorney I invented called the Esquire 5000 before I had all the bugs worked out. So now I have to eat exactly 3 bananas a day, take intensive tap dance training, and never say no to humans with surnames that rhyme with a fruit, such as Chapel. This last rule has also made me order an obscene number of Thin Mints from a little girl in my neighborhood named Cindy Schlaudermelon. If I were to violate any of these rules, I would be penalized 10 bananas, and given the first clause, I just can't afford it. So, here I am. I'm not usually a performer. I am at my heart and on my LinkedIn account a scientist. And science is all about observation. So if I did that, it would look a little something like this. Okay, maybe that doesn't make for compelling television for non-scientists. But since science is observational in nature, I have studied the comedy of Jerome Steinfeld and George Carlin and have converted some of my observations into jokes for you to laugh at. All right, is everyone ready? Have you ever noticed that it's called the periodic table of elements, but no one ever eats dinner off of it? Like, past the sodium chloride, am I right? For the record, I am right. Sodium chloride is the chemical compound also known as table salt. Pause for laughter. Have you seen all these people doing that robot dance? Like this? Well, in my professional opinion, all you suckers doing the robot are going to look pretty foolish and be instantly incinerated when the robots take over. And then, of course, the rest of us will either be violently slaughtered or left cowering in a fiery desert to starve or suffocate in clouds of the smoke of our fallen brethren. Pause for laughter. A little bit about me. I'm from my mother. I mean, aren't we all technically? I attended many years of schooling at various universities in various countries of various accreditation. You could say I'm an academia nut. I prefer you didn't. I worked at Radio Shack for just under a year in 1998 until I hurt my back trying to catch a rogue Roomba. And due to a clerical error, I have been technically employed there ever since. But let's just say the polo doesn't quite fit anymore. And then Nate found me on Friendster and asked me if I could invent a device to butter bread. And ever since, I've been the last show on Earth scientific consultant. And now I can tell you empirically whose side of the bread I'm buttered on. It's Nate's. It was his bread, so both sides are his. Hey, have you ever noticed that when you think you're touching something, on a quantum level, the electrons populating your atoms are actually repelling all other matter? So that we can never truly touch anything, or really anyone, rendering physical touch a quantum illusion, much like the illusion of emotional touch, or love. Pause for uncomfortable silence. But don't worry, you're going to perceive that you love this because it's time for the other Karl Lewis, with today's morning affirmation.
I'm security guard Karl Lewis with today's morning affirmation.
Remember, you have to earn respect, but you can steal identities.
Welcome to my week in review. I'm Dr. Karl Soddentrauser, and this is my week. On Thursday, while gazing out of my window at the night sky, I saw what I thought was a supernova before realizing that I had left my patio twinkle lights on. Still quite a sight. On Friday, I was outraged to learn that Science News magazine referred to me as a mad scientist, as I wasn't mad until I saw that. They later issued a correction stating that it was supposed to read bad scientist. Can't really argue there. On Saturday, I cloned my dog Copernicus. It was a welcome change of pace as the two spent the weekend chasing each other's tails. That's my week in review. I'm Dr. Karl Soddentrauser saying my week was better than your week.
Make them into a shark fin and swim around the bottom of the pool and then come up slow, check out the fish below. And the rule was so real 'cause we thought so.
Okay, we got something in there. Yay.
Oh great, another bomb! Why are there so many goddamned bombs in this city? It seems like every other week there's a bomb. I mean, I guess I shouldn't complain, it's job security. Not cool, guys. Alright, time to go to work. Oh man, 2 years from retirement and they come out with a brand new kind of bomb. Maybe O'Leary will know something for once. Where is that asshole anyway?
Ring.
O'Leary, where the hell have you been?
Relax, Heartstack. We've got plenty of time.
If the chief finds out you were late again...
I have a good excuse. I was going down...
Let me guess, another grandma died?
No, I got super drunk last night. With my grandma, though, so I'll give you a half point.
How is that a good excuse?
Oh, well, I went to the wrong place. You said the bomb was in the basement.
This is the basement.
I know, but I always get the basement confused with the word attic.
How would you possibly get those two confused?
Well, when I learned them, I was upside down.
What? Why?
You know I grew up in Australia. Why do you think I got this accent?
Oh, look, we don't have time for this.
But really, what is time, man?
All right, O'Leary, put the bong down and tell me what you know about this bomb.
Well, Another bomb? Why are there so many goddamn
No,
bombs?
I already went through this. Let's just move along here.
Alright, Hardstack. Sounds like a blast.
Okay, that was a pretty good one, but could we talk about this bomb, please?
Sure. Let's see, looks like a classic case bomb with a few modifications. First of all, the clock is usually like a digital clock. This one actually is way easier to read. Sometimes it's hard to tell between an 8 and a 0 on those kind.
Okay, but any information on disarming it?
Man, I think I know why they call you Hardstack.
What's my name?
Don't worry, Haas. I won't wear it out.
Moving on.
Well, let's see. Usually there's a blue wire and a red wire, and you have to cut them, right?
Well, yeah, that sounds right.
But if you take a closer look at this one, there's only black and white wires on this one.
And that crew.
What's up?
That crew, it's like off-white. This curly one here is that crew.
Which one?
The curly one.
Which curly one? They all look curly.
Oh, the really curly one right here.
Oh, the beige one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, your allergies acting up?
No, why? Oh, this is Ether. One hoof?
No, O'Leary, I wanna disarm this goddamn son of a bitch bomb!
Okay, don't pop a Hemi there, hard sack.
Well, which wire do you think we should cut?
Well, if I said the black one, you wouldn't know which one to cut, right?
Oh, you're right.
And the white one, well, that seems a bit obvious, right?
Definitely.
Well then, I say cut beige.
That crew.
Nah, buddy, you don't need a crew. You got this.
You're right, O'Leary. Hand me the snippers. No thanks.
You sure?
Come on, O'Leary, give me the snippers.
You're lost.
This is a comb.
Alright, my bad. Here. Okay.
What is this?
Read it.
I didn't bring the snippers. I'm sorry.
Oh, apology accepted.
Well, what are we gonna do?
I don't know. You want to talk about the illusion of linear time some more?
No!
Then what do you want to do?
Oh, run!
Well, my primate pal, I must say today seems like a terrific day for a ball game. Wouldn't you agree?
It's like you assume you're going sucks before you get around the bend, my friend.
Welcome back to episode Karl, that's me, of the last show on Earth. That's this show that you're watching. Now, as I've alluded to, I am not by training a talk show host, and most of my inquiries are in the form of either the scientific method or the Google search method. So I was a little nervous about conducting an interview for the guest segment of tonight's program. I googled how to conduct an interview for semi-fictional late-night talk shows, and I realized that my Google account had been suspended for, quote, way too many Steve Urkel clip searches. So I went to plan B, but I'm allergic to bees, so I had to come up with something else. I came up with plan C. I reasoned, who who would be better to ask how to conduct an interview for this show than the very host of this very show, Nate Chappell? Of course, as you know, Nate is not available, so I am going to produce a clone of him. Get it? The C in Plan C stands for clone. Behold, my latest invention, the Clonerator 7025. Let me tell you how it works. To begin with, I've set up this human analog behind me, which is essentially human flesh and bone grown from a combination of my phlegm and spores from humans' closest relative, the mushroom. Talk about a fun guy to be with, haha. Anyway, next you need a few DNA samples. For the layperson, DNA is short for some longer words. So, for this maiden clonage, I have a comb that I've watched Nate use right here in my pocket. Just to make sure that it was his, it's not like I make a habit of reviewing surreptitiously recorded bathroom footage every morning or anything. So we'll remove a strand of beautiful wavy hair from this brush and place it in the receiver. I've also got this piece of peanut butter sandwich that Nate took a bite out of and then abandoned when I rendered him unconscious with chloroform. Put that right in there. And finally, I've got a vial of blood that I took, a vial of blood that Nate gave me himself. Now I seal up the box and I wave the patent almost applied for Clonerator magic wand optional attachment over the human analog here. And abracadabra, presto clono, Nate 2. Oh, I've forgotten a crucial step. He's brand new, so he only has psychological makeup of Nate, not his experiences, so we need to program him. I've gone into Nate's internet browser history and downloaded megabytes and megabytes of data of Nate's results from online quizzes, such as which Golden Girl would you be, and which Disney princess are you, and which Dr. Quinn medicine woman character are you, and which Saved by the Bell principal are you, etc., etc. I've saved it onto this SD card, and will simply drop the card into the clone's mouth, like so. Everyone, please help me welcome the clone of the man who usually hosts this show, the man who is more Rose than Sophia, the man more Sully than Brian, the man more Mr. Belding. The man I just made is Nate 2.0. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me on, and for making me.
Well, it was really my genius that made it possible. Now, Nate 2.0, the reason I wanted to have you on the show was that I'm uncomfortable in regards to how to conduct an interview. And since you are an exact clone of Nate 1.0, who better to ask than you?
Well, I'd be happy to help. I was literally made for this.
Well, indeed you were. So, how do you interview someone?
Well, I think it's important to ask a question that no one else has asked. Something that maybe they haven't even thought of before.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Maybe you could give me an example.
Sure. If I was interviewing you, I'd probably ask something like, if you had the ability to clone me, why didn't you just clone me before the show and have me host the whole episode?
Oh, good question, but uh-oh, looks like I accidentally put this thing in reverse. The wand is really getting away from me here. Oh no, I should sue the manufacturer of this product. Oh, it's me. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to take myself to court.
What court?
Nate Court.
What you're about to witness is a TV judge show. The cases are real, the gavel is a croquet mallet, and the judgments are final. Judge Nate is not an actor. They said he didn't have the right look. You be the judge, but not here, because this is Nate Court.
After reviewing the evidence, it strikes me that... What are you guys laughing at? Oh, is it the wig? Ah, damn it, I knew it. I was watching this British procedural over the weekend, and the guy really seemed to command a lot of respect. Maybe it was the accent. Guilty. Oh, isn't it?
about chat? Pop quiz is, of course, the game in which we test young Jonathan here to see if he was paying attention to this evening's lecture, or internet television show in this case. I'll ask him 8 questions, and he must get all of them correct, or he'll flunk out of this episode, I guess. Are you ready, Jonathan?
Let's do this.
Alright, here we go. Number 1, how many bananas must I eat per day?
10.
No, 3. The fine is 10 bananas. What is my dog's name?
Frodo.
Copernicus. I don't know if you're going to get all of these. What was the name of the girl whom I buy Thin Mints from?
Betty Watermelon Cows. Just.
Cindy Schlottermelon. What is the chemical compound of table salt?
Sodium chloride.
Yes. What did I mistake my twinkle lights for?
Nova. Something.
Louder.
The Nova. Something. Nova
Supernova. I'll give it to you. 1 point. Half a point.
Half a
3/4 of
point.
a point. What is Hardstark's first name? I think you would know this after all this time.
Whose first name?
Hardstark.
Doctor.
Gary. It's Gary Hardstark. What is the model of my cloning hardware?
Something 5,000.
Clonerator 7500. Which Friends character would you be?
Rachel.
Well, you got that correct too. Alright, we're gonna keep you in the program for the time being. That has been our show, everybody. I want to thank Nate 2.0 for being our guest tonight. And a big thanks, as always, to the lastest crew on Earth, Vivian Chappell and Jonathan Fisher. Patrick Finbar, Haggerty Hammond, and Tyler Marie Ensrud made the music for tonight's show. Check out Tyler on SoundCloud and look for Finn hiding behind a pile of dark matter. For more episodes of this show, go to thelastshowOnEarth.org and go to wolfout.tv for our other shows. And of course, we are Wolfout TV all over this web we call worldwide, so look us up on google.com. Thanks for watching us tonight, creeps, and remember, we're watching you too. And as Russ Crowe always said in A Beautiful Mind, holy shit, mate, look at that bloody mind, it's beautiful. Good night. You may infer from my conviction, my vocabulary, and my diction that I was what some people may call smart. Oh, but quite to the contrary, my intellect it does not carry when it comes to matters of my heart. I've lost somebody that I love amidst my own confusion. So what you hypothesize may not match my conclusion. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. As simple as they come, so unbelievably dumb. I'm an idiot. So, like we say at the end of every broadcast day, good night and good nachos.